What's up guys, it's Matty from Logic Effects, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some of the amazing trades our traders and Logic Effects have predicted, have forecasted and written on our trading blog for free. Basically going to be running over our trade ideas, our forecasts and basically what our year was in a rundown. So thought I'd show my face because it's been a while everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the holidays and I'll see you in the video.
Now that we're back on the computer, guys, let's take a look at what we're actually going to be doing, what we're going to be covering, and that's going to be some of our greatest trades this year so far. But also, keep on watching the video because I'm going to be going over two of the most recent trade ideas that I've published on the trading blog. If you don't already subscribe to our mailing list, go ahead and head to our website, get a free access to our trade ideas blog. Going straight into it, here's our Instagram page, instagram.com/logiceffects. And recently Marcus has been a really good help and he's actually posted our trading results over the past few months. And these are USD MXN, USD PLM, GBP NZD, Eurozar, and GBP USD. And these were all free trade ideas that I'd posted on the trading blog that I also did the analysis for. So you can actually go ahead, go back and read them, read the analysis that I did for free. It's mainly fundamental analysis, going over the economics, going over the data, looking at the recent trends to see what's happening, and basically finding some really neat correlations and using those smart economic indicators to try and forecast what's happening in the future. So what was our main results? Well, you can kind of see just from glancing over, USD MXN was a great 31% gain, USD PLN was a 14% gain, GBP NZD upwards of nearly 10%, Eurozar nearly 10% again, and GBP USD recently was about 7%. And overall, these were all unleveraged, meaning if you took a bit of leverage, one time, 2 times, 3 times, you could triple, double the income basically from these trades. Not income, but you could have tripled your money basically. So let's say you got 30% unleveraged. If you doubled or tripled the leverage, you get 60, 90%. And that's what we're like, that's what we are at Logic Effects. We're not here to try to, give everyone free trade ideas every single week, every single day, all these signals. No. We're here to publish interesting, active economic ideas. They may not be frequent, but the quality will always be there, okay? So if you don't see a trade idea every single week, don't panic. It's not because we're AFK, it's mainly because the market's just not giving us the opportunities. We'll post the opportunities when they come, and most of the times, to be honest, they come in huge clumps. So that's what we'll get into later. So USD MXN, what was it? It was a long, I believe. So if we swipe along the picture, here it is. It was 3,165 basis points, which is basically 31.6% gain. So we posted the idea in January, I believe, down here, January 29th, 2020. And literally in the next 4 months, there's a 30% gain. Madness. Everyone on the brokers were all looking to short USD MXN. Not us. We were looking at the data. We were looking at the economics. We weren't even looking at the price at the time. And we forecasted there was a long, and boom, huge volatility in the market came, probably mainly due to COVID, but the economics were there, the data was there. What about the other ideas? USD PLM, same story, I believe. Trade idea came out in, March 24th, and straight away, the position itself moved. It was a short position here. So March 24th, 2020, we predicted that this long position, basically the USD MXN, how it longed before, it was a reversal coming. Literally in the next 3 months after our USD MXN position that we were longing, USD PLN on the other hand was showing economic data saying that we should be shorting. So straight away, we filtered the market. We know when to short and when to long. And that's what we did. In March, over the next 3 months, what happened? April, started congesting. May, it was still congesting. June, July, August, boom. That's when we made huge gains. That's one of our best trades this year, the USD pairs that we just did. Similar stories with GBP NZD. I'll quickly show you the results. Literally, we are calling these spot on, which is insane because you tend to see these positions kind of congest a lot of the time, but we were really, you could be lucky in the sense that these positions actually worked out to what the data was telling us. GBP/NZD short April 7th, 16th of December today, and we're all the way down here. Amazing position. I'm pretty sure some of our traders in the Lita Academy have taken that position. I think Mark has as well. Comment below if you did, Mark. And we recently have a GBP/AUD position as well that was very similar to that. So Eurozar, what about Eurozar? 9% gain. Well, this was in July the 6th, 2020, where we predicted a long over here after there was some pullback on the upwards trend that was forming. We were right. The fundamental data was saying long. Let's start longing it. What happened in the next few months in August? It started going up. And you can see here in each of these posts that we posted, we've actually linked towards the trade idea that we actually published on the trading blog, on the free trade idea trading blog. And if you're not already, reading these analysis on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, get reading them. Add it to what you're already doing. Digest the information and then make your own decisions, because this is what we're giving for free right now. We may not always give this for free in the future, but this is how we're providing value for you guys for continuing to support our channel and also continuing to support Logic FX. So now that we've gone over most C trade ideas in the past and basically how we've had such a great year, it's definitely over 100% gain this year. Let's actually go over the most recent trade ideas. Firstly, the one being USD Japanese yen, which was in October, so October the 4th. And at this point in time, we basically said that, right, on a fundamental level, our macro currency strength meter is green, GDP differentials red, international trade, which is imports and exports, were green, interest rate differentials, domestic market were green. And basically, overall, we were pretty confident in a downwards position. Why was that? Well, look at the Logic FX currency strength meter. What happened during that time? Well, on the 3rd of October, the US dollar macro score went from positive 10 in September, and then in October, it went down to a negative score. What happened to the Japanese yen? Well, the Japanese yen went from a negative score to a positive score. So all you traders out there that use things like, an EMA or an SMA, you understand that, when things are crossing over between each other, then it kind of signals a potential trend reversal, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? Our Logic FX currency strength meter is basically that, but it uses economic reports. We gather loads of economic reports, thousands, across different economies. We compute that into our algorithm, and then we push out an indicator to basically tell us, right, on an aggregate level, on a fundamental basis, this currency is currently weak, or this currency is currently strong. And that's what happened with USD Japanese yen. On the 3rd of October, US dollar was weak, Japanese yen went to strong. What did we have? We had a crossover in the currency strength meter, and we were right on it. And we posted that idea on the 3rd of October. What happened? Let's go have a look. So Marcus actually posted this on TradingView. So we're not actually using TradingView right now as part of Logic FX to promote our ideas, but we might start doing this in the future if you guys are actually interested in it. So he basically published the idea here. Macro score -6, Japanese yen macro score +23, meaning short USD Japanese yen, because also all the other stuff agrees with it. What happened? There's a huge downwards move just straight away. These reversal points have been so powerful recently using the currency strength meter, and that's what I'm really loving about Logic FX traders right now. They're really taking on board the fundamentals behind the position. They're not just considering price, because they understand that price doesn't tell you everything. Remember that. If you're just looking at price, you're not going to get anywhere in trading. If you want to actually excel your growth, learn more about trading, just becoming a better trader in general, definitely take a look in how to use fundamentals. So, USD Japanese yen, superb trade. October, we said it was going to go down. Again, in December this month, we believe this trend will likely continue as well, based on the data. And also based on the reason that there's news coming out basically on the virus, so the COVID-19 virus, and potentially these new strains that are coming out. Like, how are the vaccine makers going to react to this? Can they actually react to these mutations? And can they do this quickly enough for economies to bounce back? These are the type of questions we're asking, and they're actually showing in the economic data itself. So one of the most recent ideas, which is EuroCAD, which I actually posted yesterday, is telling us that we're potentially looking for a long. But our conviction isn't very high for this one, meaning that if you see over here, we have a lot of reds. And when we have a lot of reds, it basically is telling us that you should be a bit cautious here, because some of the indicators, some of the economic indicators are telling us that this is potentially going to congest a bit, it's going to range, and it might go against what your bias is telling us. So in the analysis itself, the LogicFX currency strength meter was again one of the main driving points. The euro strengthened this month. So over the past 2 weeks, throughout December basically, we've seen the euro being dominating. And that's actually just shown in the price charts yourself. Go ahead and search euro price exchange rates. What's it been doing? It's definitely been on the rise. So on the same level, the CAD was weakening. What does this mean? What do we have again? We have these crossovers, right? That means we should be longing euro CAD, just on a domestic level though. And then when we did the relative analysis, so we went over the GDP differentials, the trade, the interest rates, the stock market analysis, it was kind of 50-50 because it wasn't all agreeing with us. And that's when we need to make a intuitive decision as a trader, use your bit of common sense, use a bit of experience, and be like, right, I'm not going to jump straight into this position because all these indicators, all these factors aren't yet agreeing with us. There is a majority, but 2 of them are price and COT, not the fundamental data. Ideally, when we're using this type of analysis, when you're following this type of analysis, if at least 3 out of the 5 are green on the fundamental bit, you can have quite a strong conviction that it's going to go with your idea of the currency strength meter way. But if not, then it's really more of a 50-50. And in the trade analysis, you can go ahead, go read this. I'm not going to cover it in this video. The link will be in the description. But I said right at the end that my personal view on the trade, it is going to be a 50-50 trade. It can potentially look into a great breakout upwards trend, then hit that resistance level we saw a long time ago. But at the same time, the fundamental data is suggesting that we could see congestion here. And this same congestion happens a lot in the past. 2014, 2004, all throughout the last probably 5-6 years, it congests around this area. There are potential reversal points. But at the same time, again, we could be looking for that breakout trend. So for this trade idea, for EuroCAD, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the trade. Keep an eye on the stock market. If the stock market is looking to grow, that's potentially great for idea, because then another fundamental part of the analysis will agree. And if not, then we can just put the trade away. We don't need to trade it. Opportunities will always come. What we're doing here at LogicFX is only looking for a handful of great trades for the year. So, for example, if we go back to the handful that we made this year, USDMXN, USDPLN, GPNZD, Eurozone, GBPUSD, these 5 trades alone with leverage have netted us majority of our gains this year. We don't need to trade 100 pairs at the same time. We're only looking for these few opportunities every year to make us the big money. And that's what we do here at LogicFX. Make sure to subscribe to the video, because we are going to be trying to release more analysis and actually some live analysis on a weekly basis. So if you do want to get that live analysis, definitely hit that subscribe button. Comment below as well what type of videos you're wanting, because we're always looking to get some feedback on our videos and how to improve in the future, basically, what you guys want and what our traders want. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, but also get the free trade ideas. Go ahead, get to the website, sign up to the email notifications, because we're going to be giving so many free trade ideas over the next year, and we're going to hope and we are going to be winning the next year in 2021. Okay? We're going to be following the data. We're not going to be wishing on the technicals. We're going to be waiting on the fundamental bias to see what's going on in the markets. It's Matty from LogicFX. I'll see you in the next one.